If you've ever held back what you wanted to say because it felt safer to stay invisible, this video is for you. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to help you rewire how you see confidence and what it actually means to be heard. Because let's be honest, being quiet is not always about being introverted. Sometimes it is just about fear. And before we go on, let's be clear about something. Introversion is not fear. Introversion is just your energy, whether you recharge by being around people or by just being by yourself. Fear, on the other hand, is what holds you back from becoming confident. Not the dramatic kind, but the subtle one. The kind that makes you hold back your opinion, overthink every word, and stay on the edges of conversation because it just feels safer there. You tell yourself, I'm just a quiet person, I'm just an introvert, but deep down, you know there is more to it than that. You're not quiet, you're afraid to be seen. I used to think that I was naturally reserved. I would sit in meetings with something to say and not say it. I would rehearse every line in my head and still stay quiet because it never sounded good enough for me to speak. And finally, when someone said the thing that I had been thinking, I would beat myself up for staying quiet. Why did I not say it? I had the thought, but they jumped in before me. What I didn't realize back then was that staying quiet, staying invisible felt safe because being seen meant being judged, and being judged meant being vulnerable, open to rejection, criticism, or just awkwardness. So staying quiet was not really the problem. It was me thinking that I was protecting myself, and staying quiet was the way I did it. And if that sounds familiar, it is exactly what we work on inside my communication community. It is for anyone who wants to build real confidence, the kind that actually feels like them and wants it to last. You can join it through the link down below. Now, that fear of being seen shows up everywhere, not just in speaking. It is in how you downplay your wins. It is in how you avoid eye contact when someone compliments you. It is in how you say, it's nothing, when you've actually done something amazing. You shrink yourself because somewhere along the way you learn that standing out can maybe hurt. And maybe someone made fun of you for speaking up. Maybe you were told you were being too much. Or you just maybe learned that blending in was the easier path. And you know what? That made sense back then. It was your brain doing its job, protecting you, like we've talked about in other videos. But what once protected you might now be the one thing actually holding you back. Because here's what happens. Every time you silence yourself, you teach your brain that your voice is unsafe. Every time you hide, you reinforce the idea that invisibility equals safety. And this is how confidence literally erodes. Not from failure, but from avoiding visibility, avoiding taking action, avoiding doing what you're supposed to do. Because the truth is, you cannot build confidence in the dark. Confidence doesn't come from knowing everything or being perfect. It comes from being seen, realizing you survived it, and then doing it all over again. So how do you actually unlearn that fear? How do you feel more safe being seen again? Well, it's all about starting small. You don't need to share your deepest thoughts on stage tomorrow in front of 10,000 people. Start with something tiny, a sentence in a meeting, a compliment, a conversation, a message you've been holding back for a long time. Small, low stakes moments first. Each time you show a little more of yourself, your brain learns this feels safe now. And then the next day, this feels safe now. And that is how confidence actually grows, through micro moments of visibility. Because that is what confidence really is, familiarity with being seen. You do not become confident by forcing yourself to be loud. You become confident by showing up again and again until being seen no longer feels like a threat and starts to feel like you. So if you ever felt invisible or misunderstood or like your words never come out the way you want them to, that is not because there's something wrong with you. It is because you learn to hide. And you can unlearn that fear whenever you want. You're not quiet. You're thoughtful. You're observant. And once you stop hiding, all of that turns into power. So start small, say the thing, take the moment, let yourself be seen. Because the world cannot connect with someone who is invisible. If this resonated with you, hit subscribe. I post new videos like this every single week, helping you master communication. Not the fake kind, but the real kind of communication and confidence that actually feels like you and lasts for a very long time. And if you ever want to practice communication with me directly and get real results, real progress, real confidence fast, you can now join my free community for a limited period of time via the link down below. See you in the next video. Bye bye.